Today, I'm going to be surviving every holiday in The Sims 4. I will attempt to beat every challenge for each holiday, but there's a twist. One of these 8 Sims during each holiday will have the opportunity to eliminate one of their peers, so it's up to me to keep them safe and finish the challenge successfully. Welcome to the sunny town of big dreamers and stars, Del Sol Valley, where our first event begins. With Sky taking the lead on this one, our New Year's goals are ready and waiting, including the infamous New Year countdown. But for now, our guests are feasting and getting into the party spirit. Even Vlad and Harlequin are getting excited. But if I were you, Vlad, I wouldn't get too cozy. The Joker is literally around the corner. With the drinks flowing, everything seemed to be going well. Nobody had been eliminated just yet. But let's not speak too soon, because I have bad luck when it comes to these challenges. Wait. What is happening? No way. There's no way this is happening to me right now. Anyway, it's time to tick off another New Year's goal, so let's get a party going and some dance moves flowing. While the bartender kept the drinks coming, some of the Sims didn't know how to act, whether it was bathing in the middle of the party or taking a nap to sleep off the alcohol. Our other guests, however, had different ideas. But even though I've ticked off most of the goals so far, it still feels like nobody wants to party. What? Did Harley just stab Batman unprovoked? How is he still alive? I should have known this was gonna happen. I put Harlequin and the Joker with Batman and Robin in the same house. Sadly, Batman was the first of the 8 to fall to Harley's knife, and Robin was in so much shock to see what had happened to Batman, he couldn't bear to take the sight any longer. Meanwhile, the Joker was in high spirits, bragging to Father Winter that his long-standing enemy had finally been taken out. Once Grimm had finished his paperwork, he was ready to spirit Batman away, and with nobody to plead for his case, he was officially out of the challenge. Despite there being a loss in the household, Sky wasn't aware or bothered and was busy setting her New Year's resolution, ticking off another goal for this event before she headed downstairs to join the others to call in the new year. And just like that, the New Year's event is complete, and surprisingly, we actually managed to tick off all the goals for Sky. But now we're down to 7 Sims. As she slept peacefully, the rest of the group got ready for bed to prepare for the next holiday. Now it's only fair to kick off this event with none other than the king of romance, Don Lothario. Our goals this time round are all of Don's favourite things to do, no surprise there. So with his favourite holiday of the year in full swing, he decided to get in a last minute workout while he considered who he should take out on a date. Harley was already taken, and her altercation with Batman put the fear of God in Don, so that left Sky as his only choice. Now our scorecard for Valentine's Day is looking like this, but if we can make it through the event with all 7 Sims still healthy and breathing, I'll take that as a win. Don wasted no time in using his decades of flirting to impress Sky. Despite her clearly needing to take a bath, the two decided that they would go out to eat on a double date with the Joker and Harley. Don and the Joker put on their worst outfits for this double date, and judging by the looks of this restaurant, this might be a bad date with the way the chef is looking in the kitchen. Unfortunately, after several attempts to check in and get a table, the group had enough of the poor service, so I sent them to Shea Llama for some proper food and 5-star service. I'm hoping that this guy is going to be on his best behaviour, meaning no flirting with Harley. Wait a minute. I think I spoke too soon and for the wrong person. Are those green flirtatious hearts I'm seeing between the Joker and Sky? Wow, Sky is braver than I thought. Whilst the group got acquainted, drinks and meals were ordered for everyone and the presentation was on point. Conversation and compliments flowed along with the liquor, which led to Don passing out in the middle of the double date. Little did I know, this power nap would be the catalyst to the chaos that followed, sabotaging my chances of passing this round peacefully yet again. Like, is there any need for this? It's bordering on excessive now. And how is the Joker still alive? How is he not dropped down to the ground after that? Look how scared everyone is. Some have fled, some are frozen in fear, and then there's Judith, who's too famous to care. Eventually, the shock of Don's attack caught up with the Joker, which put me down to 6 Sims left and the pressure rising. The Grim Reaper arrived quicker than normal, so he must be working overtime whenever I do a challenge because I am failing miserably so far. Harley tried to plead the Joker's case, but it fell on deaf ears and Joker was officially out of the challenge. Grim took the Joker without batting an eyelid, and Harley was left dazed and broken. Meanwhile, the culprit of all this chaos stood peaceful as ever. I then noticed Harley had called the police along with several other Sims, but they were nowhere to be seen, so I decided it was time to go home with Harley heartbroken, Sky shaken up, and Don having a successful but bloody Valentine's Day. Now Harley has been through a lot, but it's Easter and there are more goals to complete. Our Sims are dropping like flies, and that had me worried that at this rate nobody would make it. Even with the Easter festivities in full swing, Harley still felt overwhelmed with emotions, newly made a widow and having a Valentine's Day she will never forget. So I felt bad compared to the others who were happy. She was suffering the most, so I sent everyone into the pool for fun and games and ticked off another one of our goals. Now please don't ask me why Robin is dressed like this, but the Easter egg hunt was in full swing. However, nobody was finding any eggs, that is until Robin's luck changed and finally found an egg, giving us another goal completed. Upstairs, Harley was raging over the Joker's death, so I sent her into the kitchen to bake some cookies for the group and calm her down a bit. Unfortunately, the cookies came out dry and stale, and when I went to check on Vlad, I found him in the middle of a fight with Robin, and I was horrified to see what was going on. How did Vlad and Robin, who hardly speak, end up despising each other and Vlad shooting him, and Robin is somehow miraculously still alive? With the shock of taking a bullet now hitting him, Robin ran away hiding behind Don, but that wasn't enough to save him. Next thing I know, Robin was on the ground and the Grim Reaper was already in the house. Honestly, at this point he may as well move in, because every round someone gets taken out and I can't stop it because I don't know who's doing it. While Grim investigated the scene, the Easter Bunny arrived. Maybe the bunny's presence will mellow everyone out, but being too horrified to engage with anyone quickly threw that idea out of the window. With nobody to plead for Robin, Grim took him. Or so I thought he had. Robin is still with us. Maybe Grim felt bad that I'm losing this challenge and gave me a pass, but surely that can't be right. It says right here, Robin has been shot dead, yet here he is dancing like he didn't just take a bullet to the face. Outside, I found Harley had snuck away and gotten into a fight with the Easter Bunny over Easter eggs, and sadly it didn't look like she was winning, to which Father Winter congratulated the bunny on. As for Robin and his urn, I'm not sure what to do. Is he alive or was he truly eliminated? Whilst I tried to figure things out, an unexpected call from beyond the grave had me thinking, maybe I should give Harley this as a gift and give her the best Easter. So I sent her to go meet up with the Joker's ghost. But their reunion was short-lived, as it only led to arguments and disappointments, so I headed back to the house to wrap up the Easter event, and it was there I found Vlad and Robin hanging out together eating Harley's stale cookies. Overall, Easter was a success for some, with goals being completed, but a failure for most. But at least Robin survived his elimination, I think. The pressure is getting worse, and I feel like I bit off more than I could chew with this challenge. But Halloween is here and it's Vlad's time to shine. We ticked off our first goal by getting Vlad to dress up as an astronaut, but when Harley came over to admire his outfit, John joined the group and barbecued Vlad with a flamethrower, burning him to a crisp. You know, part of me wants to say I can't believe this is happening, but I really can. Robin died and came back to life last round. So this is happening to balance out the scales, surely. I think the game is broken. No shock there, because I can't do anything with Vlad, and the Grim Reaper hasn't even turned up yet. I decided to check on the other Sims, finding Robin and Father Winter sound asleep with no idea what just happened to Vlad. But with noise and commotion outside, I found Sky and Harley in the middle of a fight, with Sky torching Harley with no remorse. That's 2 Sims in one round that I've lost. How can this get any worse or be more unfair? And did she really have to die like that? Just take her, Grim. You couldn't even give me a chance to process what's happening. Just take Harley, it's fine. With Harley gone with Grim, the rest of the house was in utter chaos. We've just had death after death after death. But I did not think that things could get any worse until they did. Grim was on the hunt for more victims to take, and for some reason, whether it was because it was Halloween, he was finding victims. A murder right outside the house by none other than Katrina Caliente, whilst pregnant, mind you, had me shaken. So I decided to get the challenge back on track and focus on the goals. Don and Robin wasted no time in pumpkin carving, and whilst their pumpkins did not come out looking fantastic, I was at least relieved that something else had been ticked off of the list. Meanwhile, Father Winter was working out and Sky was in the bath, not bothered that she was covered in Harley's blood. As for Vlad, still no update there. He was definitely out of the challenge. As the Halloween activities continued, more Sims were dropping, but thankfully they weren't any of mine. I only have 5 Sims left, and for me to complete this challenge successfully, I need 3 at least remaining. Now with Father Winter grieving the loss of Harley, I was surprised to see her ghost return and completely walk past him. As she entered the house, I could see that rage and murder was still on her mind, but who that rage was directed at threw me off. The person that I thought she'd be the most angry at, she was happy to see, smiling and pleased to see Dom when he's the reason why the Joker is no longer with us. Failing to understand Harley's logic, I heard the sound that I did not want to hear. Another Sim had fallen, but thankfully it wasn't mine. Not only did I find the Grim Reaper outside, I also found an urn, and I was worried that my Sims weren't even going to make it to the end of this Halloween challenge. As Father Winter continued to grieve, the Grim Reaper turned up to collect all of the Sims that had fallen during this event. I was so distracted by the spree that was happening that I forgot to even check in on my Sims. But as soon as I did, I saw that more people had fallen and the Grim Reaper didn't even know what to do. So many Sims were dropping like flies, it was ridiculous. And at this point, I just wanted the challenge to be over. Hold on a minute. Is that Jabari? That's Jabari from the last challenge. I don't know who this lady is, but she needs to be stopped. The Grim Reaper is literally surrounded by urns and dead bodies. Wait a minute, aren't those the 2 kids that Bella had with Jabari? That means the whole family's gone. Why is the Grim Reaper coming inside the house? Who are you here for? Oh, he's here for Vlad. Vlad's actually gone. Here I thought that Vlad was just stuck. Surely somebody can plead his case. It's Father Winter. You can't say no to Father Christmas. Come on. He actually said yes. Father Winter is the only person who has successfully managed to plead a case for any of these Sims that have died. We've actually had a win in this challenge finally. But of course, this is The Sims 4, so nobody can win in this game. Why is it that Vlad only managed to make it to the other side of the room to only drop down dead? There's no pleading this case again this time. Vlad is gone, and with that, I've lost another Sim. We're now down to 4 Sims. If I lose one more Sim, then I have failed this challenge. But don't worry, Father Winter, you're up next, and you've got this. Surely nobody could die on Christmas. The house has been decorated, the Christmas tree is up and the presents are stacked, and we are finally somehow on the last event of the year. Now this is Father Winter's time to shine. All of the objectives are things that he loves to do, but I'm curious what will happen with getting Father Winter to appear. He's already here technically. In the hope of forgetting about all of the Sims that had fallen during this challenge, Father Winter got into the spirit of things by lighting the fire and singing carols around the tree with the rest of the Sims. So far so good. We are in the Christmas spirit. To tick off another goal, we got present giving going. Dom was happy with his present, but I couldn't agree for the rest of the Sims. Sky was disappointed. As for Robin, it actually looked like he got something he wanted, and Father Winter on the other hand was so happy that things were going smoothly. This is his season after all. So I began to feel hopeful seeing those golden ticks on almost all of the goals for Christmas. We just had one more thing left to do, and that was get Father Winter to appear. So to kill some time, I got the Sims drinking and partying again. We even hired a bartender and a caterer. But I guess the person that they hired wasn't from a reputable company, because look at the chaos now. I would honestly like to know how the caterer started a fire just from making a chocolate cake. Now this whole event is going to be ruined. But with the other Sims panicking, Father Winter and Robin stepped in to save the day, and the fire was put out quickly. It seems like at every opportunity, either the game wants to sabotage me or the Sims themselves want to. But not this time. While Robin waited for Father Winter to appear, the person that popped out of the fireplace was not who I was expecting. I don't think this is Father Winter. Now when the original Father Winter came downstairs and saw this imposter in the house, he was not happy. Breaking every single stereotype that Father Winter is, he got into a fight with him, and the outcome was not what I was expecting. Sky watched on in awe, only to find out that the imposter Father Winter won the fight. After a while, all the excitement and hype calmed down. Robin looked like he was off to bed, and the fake Father Winter was probably on his way out soon. But then the original Father Winter came back for what I thought was round 2, but completely shocked me. The original Father Winter took out the imposter, leaving me with another body yet again and the Grim Reaper inside the house. Although this shocked me, this loss didn't bother me because he was not one of my original 8 Sims. As long as these 4 remain alive up until 2 AM at the end of this event, then I will have successfully passed this challenge. Just please hold on, guys. While Death collected his latest victim, I removed the urn and put it outside with the rest of the tombstones. I did not want this in the house at all. But then something caught me off guard. Death didn't leave. He stayed in the house. But with the end of the challenge so close, I gathered everybody downstairs once more to sing carols together and finish this challenge on a high note. And this is how our Christmas Day event card is looking. We lost some Sims, but we still have 3 of them remaining. And now I know Father Winter did not just do what I think he did. You really took out Don at the last minute of the challenge. Sky is freaking out and the Grim Reaper is still here. That's why he didn't leave. He knew somebody else was gonna get taken out. I can't believe this has happened. And look, the event literally just finished. If he could have waited just a couple more seconds and I would have passed this challenge and I wouldn't have cared that Don got taken out. But he's gone now. The challenge is over. Is Sky calling the police? What did we learn from the last time? The police don't turn up when you call them, Sky. And with that, my challenge is over. I didn't survive every holiday in The Sims 4 because every round somebody died. And Sky cannot believe this. She's so annoyed with Father Winter that she's shouting at him while he's... You've got to be joking. You've got to be joking. The challenge is finished, guys. You don't need to keep killing each other. And the Grim Reaper is just downstairs watching TV while Father Winter strangles Sky to death. Amazing. Who would have thought that Father Winter would be the most evil person out of the group? I don't even think the Joker killed anyone. There we have it. We started off with 8 Sims and there's only 2 survivors left. I may not have survived every holiday in The Sims 4, but do you know who did? The Grim Reaper.